Hey guys, so today we have a video about someone that I haven't talked about in years since he was in a bit of a scandal with a different YouTuber, and that's Nikocado Avocado. Nikocado Avocado. There we go. And that's because he got into some drama with Stephanie Sue when she accused him of like creeping on her and looking into her like security system and doxing her and like exposing her the inside of her house when she was already dealing with a lot of stuff, and she didn't like she wanted to have that privacy, and they kind of went back and forth, but this was years ago. And since then he has just become more of a troll, I guess. Like obviously he does his mukbangs, that's mainly on TikTok though, because when I looked at his YouTube channel he hasn't posted in like 7 months. But for a bit Nikocado Avocado basically did that thing where he was pretending to be in all sorts of different bad situations. So like his whole thing was pretending that he was in like an abusive relationship, and he would argue with his boyfriend on camera all the time. And they started a series called Why We Can't Break Up, and every thumbnail's like the same but just with different food. So like this one, Why We Can't Break Up, spicy cheesy fire noodles, and then he's eating, and then Why We Can't Break Up, spicy cheesy fire noodles, and then here they're kind of, and then we have Why We Can't Break Up, spicy cheesy fire noodles, Why We Can't Break Up, spicy fire black bean noodles. Like it's just constant, right? And it was the whole thing of pretending that they're in like an abusive relationship together. So we obviously had an issue with that. He used that as a way to get views. It got him a lot of views. And then he did a lot of like content because he had gained a lot of weight doing the mukbangs and eating the kind of food that he did. Then he did a lot of content kind of playing on that and pretending that he was like concerned about his health, and he would go around kind of, I think there was like a bit for a bit that he pretended that he had like a really severe illness and that he was like on the verge of dying essentially, and he would be laying in bed and have kind of all sorts of different equipment, like medical equipment, and that apparently was a lie. And so now what has happened is Nikocado Avocado has posted a video. It is this video. It's called 2 Steps Ahead. It's now on almost 2 million views. It's number 2 on trending, and it's currently his like second most viewed video on his channel, and it was literally posted a day ago, not even like a full day ago. And this is how it starts, is with a panda costume, but you can see kind of already what is different here. I hope you can. So let me play that for a bit.
This has been the greatest social experiment of my entire life. It's alluring, it's compelling, it's gripping to observe all these unwell, disoriented beings roam the internet in search of stories, ideas, rivalries, where they feel encouraged and engaged, where they involve themselves with the stories and become a product of influence. Thirsty for distraction from time unspent, spoiling their minds, yet stimulating them at the same time. It's brilliant, and it's dangerous. I feel as if I'm monitoring ants on an ant farm. One follows another, follows another, follows another. It's mesmerizing, it's spellbinding. All these little consumers, all of these lost and bored people. People consuming anything that they're told to consume.
Before he takes the panda head off, people are wondering like, how is this a social experiment? What is the social experiment? I'm assuming it's something to do with like people are obsessed with watching someone be at the lowest point of their life, like the weight that he was at and the way he was eating and the way he was treating himself obviously wasn't great. The like faking an abusive relationship, it's as much as you claim that you hate that content and you want to cancel someone for it, that's what gets people a lot of views. And so he knew, I guess, that if he started like a weight loss journey and posted that online, people just wouldn't be as interested because it's someone bettering their life rather than being at rock bottom. People love watching someone be at rock bottom. And so he pre-filmed a bunch of that content and kept on posting on TikTok, fully well knowing that he was currently losing a lot of weight to become healthier. And I guess that's the social experiment, is like people are obsessed with kind of criticizing him and being like, when is he going to lose weight? When is he going to lose weight? But then also like was so fascinated by it that they couldn't help but watch it. And so he just kept you guys entertained while he went and like bettered his life. I think that's what he's trying to say, and that he's like always 2 steps ahead, because people would be like, I don't think Nikocado Avocado is ever going to lose weight. He doesn't have the discipline for it. And the whole time he was like playing everyone, being like, I am losing weight. You just don't know about it because you are still obsessed with watching my content, and I'm going to keep you obsessed with watching my content.
So I am the villain because I've made myself one. And you will continue to consume these stories about me, year after year after year, for as long as I tell the internet that I am the villain. Stories that permeate and linger and infect the minds of the ants, influence the ants, brainwash the ants. You are the ants.
It's all obviously very dramatic. I wouldn't expect anything less from Nick. If this is number 2 on trending, he does have a part 2 on his second channel, so he's obviously very intelligently planning this. He's bringing attention to both channels. He's splitting up the story among 2 channels so that he can spread the views out. And instead of getting 22 million on one video, he's getting 22 million on 2 videos. So, you know, double the AdSense. I mean, I can't even imagine how much money he made from this. I don't even want to think about it. I don't want to think about it. Someone said, Mr. Beast's downfall, Nikocado Avocado's redemption arc. What a year this has been. I know. How crazy is that? Changed man, changed life, villainous, shaved hair. He's the new Walter White. He's only one step away from becoming a fitness YouTuber. I mean, that would be a move. Everyone is now so surprised that he's actually a normal, mentally sound, sane intellectual. He was always winning. He gained weight, became a multimillionaire, lost weight, biggest comeback ever. He's a secret genius. One day he'll just lose all his weight and have the biggest arc ever. And I guess that's what someone said. The internet was not ready for this. This is the biggest glow up in history. I mean, is he going to say anything kind of more normally?
Oh, you're so... Yeah. Oh, you're so cute. Yeah. You like that. You look like a big green ball. Yeah, you look like a big green avocado.
He sounds so normal. I know that sounds weird, but like, he's always been a character. Like, none of his other content, when he did the mukbangs and the whole thing, I never looked at him and was like, this is what he's like in person. He always just seemed like a character. And it's so crazy to almost hear him just be completely normal. Because even at the beginning of this video, he's obviously being a character. So this is crazy.
Noodles. But we're gonna do it again for a second time. These are my favorite spicy noodles of all time. If I had to choose one, it would be black bean noodles. Wouldn't it, Mr. Noodle? I love them. They're so good. And these come from a Chinese Korean place, and they make them hand pulled, and they stretch them out.
And I do have to say, like, at the weight that he was at, I don't know how long he had pre-filmed stuff for, but obviously he did a series with, who was it, like Umpaville, I think, not too long ago. And he was still obviously at the old weight then. So I just wonder, like, was, and this is no shade at all. I think do whatever you want and can to be healthy. And I would never take that away from anyone. Just do it however you can, obviously in a healthy way. Like, don't starve yourself. But people do think it was Ozempic. Yeah, it was a series with Umpaville a year ago. And so he looked like this a year ago, unless that was pre-filmed as well. But I don't think Umpaville was, like, in on it. You know what I mean? And so, obviously, he must have lost all that weight in a year. I do think maybe it was Ozempic, which, I mean, slay. If there is a drug that can help with that.
I think Mr. Noodle really likes being in here. What's that, Noodle? What's that? Oh, so you get a taste test before I do.
And I can't believe he's still doing like a mukbang even after all this time. It's kind of healthy to see actually that he's like, yeah, I still love these noodles and I'm still going to eat them. So, slay. And then he posted this one, it's high. This is number 4 on trending. It was number 3 on trending yesterday, but it's number 4 now. And it's got 5 million views. And yeah, I don't really know what he does in this one. I didn't watch this video in full. But people said not only his weight changed, his personality went back to normal. Now pick up that violin, bro. The world needs to hear you. I mean, he was so good at the violin. He's always 2 steps ahead. I think you should do an honest video on how you lost weight, got healthy, etc. I think you could help thousands of people get on track as being a healthy inspiration. Because I mean, even if it is Ozempic, it's still healthy and it still requires you to make healthy life changes. So it's not like Ozempic just like does everything for you. So if it was Ozempic, but he still made life changes, but he still can eat the noodles like he's showing here and still be healthy and still, you know, have the best of both worlds. So you should probably talk about that because I think that'd be great. He said he hadn't done a video in almost 2 years. He filmed enough backlog of videos to keep up entertainment, concern, and controversy for all that time. Dude is a fucking genius. So I guess that Umpaville was like, YouTube's showing it as like a year ago, but it was probably a year and a bit ago. So it's like almost 2 years ago. So he probably lost all that weight in 2 years. I mean, yeah, it's crazy.
Welcome to Nikocado 2. This is my second channel, and I hope you consider subscribing because I don't even know if people like me or if they want to hear from me. So I'm going to actually make the ramen in the spaghetti in a couple of hours after I wake up a little bit more. And thank you for being here. Let's get started. Come here, my baby. Oh, you're so cute. Want more back scratches? You want more back scratches? Yes, Mr. Noodle. You love your feathers, pet. Yes, you do. You love your feathers.
So, yeah. Let me actually check the exact date of when that Umpaville series came out. So that was November 8th, 2022. Yeah, so it's like over a year ago. I don't know why it's showing a year ago, but yeah, so that all adds up, I guess. It's just so impressive. I think the amount of discipline that he needed for all of this is so impressive. The fact that he still thought of doing the backlog of videos, having all that like fake drama still be happening, still making millions from TikTok, from the mukbangs, from the videos. I mean, every single one of his videos is on like 5 million views. I know it's controversial, and I know that the mukbang area of the internet can be perceived as controversial, and obviously him like faking being in an abusive relationship, none of that is forgotten or forgiven, but it was definitely like a character that he was playing, which is so interesting. So then we have some TikToks about this. Posted 2 TikToks showing that this is all current, because he did like the like Apple dance on TikTok, which is obviously current, so you couldn't have pre-filmed that. So it's not like he's faking being skinny now. He was just faking being overweight and like doing the mukbangs.
Ahead. I am always 2 steps ahead. This has been the greatest social experiment.
So obviously he uses that sound from the video. He says, you guys are saying this is a draft, but he's doing the Apple dance, which is recent. Ozempic final boss. How can you literally say it's old? He's doing the Apple dance. He might low-key be a villain. It's by far the most insane twist I have ever seen. Yeah, someone said I need a 2-hour-long video going into detail. Like, I didn't even have time to finish that comment because my brain just went to all sorts of different places. But I would have loved if he did like, if it turned out that he did like a documentary behind the scenes, like a 5-part documentary of him like losing the weight and what he was doing and the struggles, and like if he had someone like following him around the whole time, that would be incredible if he actually released that. Maybe he's got it with like Netflix or something. I'm like thinking so far ahead now. I'm like, maybe he's got some crazy deal that we don't know about. So then he also posted this recently.
2 steps ahead.
Which is so like kind of scary and creepy, but it's impressive. Does no one else remember in the beginning of Nikocado Avocado had mentioned he was going to do a social experiment, or is it just me who remembers? Why does this low-key creep me out? It came here instantly after seeing the Nikocado Avocado edit. I really don't know what's going on. This is funny, but also I'm scared. Yeah, it's crazy. And then obviously these are the past 2 TikToks literally before that, like right before that he posted like last month.
To all you people, how to make my weight loss supper. Now, the first step is to take rice from the Asians because they have too much rice and they...
This is like literally crazy to see this character that he's playing with the facial expressions, and it's like scary. They are around here after that new video, so it all came from the Nikocado Avocado edit. We got played. How did I get lied to? So it was AI. I mean, it being AI is crazy. On Twitter, people are having kind of different opinions about it. Stephanie Sue's situation is being brought back up. So there's this tweet, you're not about to wipe everything away just because the Nikocado got skinny, by the way. And it's obviously the why I'm scared of Nikocado Avocado and how he manipulated all of us videos. And that's 200,000 likes right now. And then they also said he thought he was being slick and calling him a whole weirdo because Stephanie Sue's, I think it's husband now, but boyfriend at the time, wanted to have privacy. So whenever they posted videos together or like took pictures together, he would wear this panda head. And Nikocado Avocado is obviously wearing this panda head in his video and taking it off, which makes it look like he's like obsessed with Stephanie Sue still, right? Yeah, that's crazy. And then here are some opinions, I guess, on Twitter. We have Nikocado Avocado single-handedly fooled the entire internet by making thousands, if not millions, definitely millions, so many millions, on pre-recorded content while he was working on his health and weight loss journey. This is insane. This man might just be a fucking mastermind. 216,000 likes. Someone said, me and my fat ass have to work out now because we're not going to let Nikocado Avocado embarrass us. I mean, I think it definitely helps that he is a millionaire. Like, I think he probably had access to things like Ozempic or the best trainers in the world, the best dietitians in the world. Like, with the amount of money that he made from the mukbangs, he can definitely use that money to lose weight pretty rapidly. So I wouldn't beat yourself up about it, but yeah, it's definitely impressive still, regardless. Like, it's still super impressive that he was able to do that for his own health, really. The fact that Nikocado Avocado ate himself to morbid obesity, cashed out on the fame, then proceeded to secretly re-lose all the weight he's gained in some grandiose villain arc is the peak of internet storytelling. He's a genius who plays all for 5 years, and I love it so much. I mean, yeah, I can't believe it's been 5 years. Then there's some extra drama. This is so weird, right? Because Ainaba has just posted a 7-hour-long deep dive into Nikocado Avocado, not because of the weight loss, like before the weight loss. And now literally, I think it was like a day after Ainaba posted that video, Nick says that he's actually lost all the weight and that was all like fake. And so people are basically, weirdly, I didn't really see it as like a massive deal, but people are like making fun of Ainaba and basically being like, haha, you're like a loser and anyone who watched the video is a loser too, which is so mean. But yeah, Ainaba releasing a 7-hour video only to have it be utterly irrelevant days later because Nikocado Avocado lost all the weight is delightful in ways I can't describe. So obviously here's the video 5 days ago and it's literally 7 hours long. And then obviously this was just posted. Someone quote tweeted that, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, and said, off topic, but if you watch a 7-hour video about Nikocado Avocado, you're genuinely a fucking moron. And this has almost 100,000 likes. Someone said, Nikocado Avocado was never spiritually fat. He's a classically trained violinist. Violinist? Violinist. He understands discipline and was never out of control. It's been a fairly obvious Kaufman-esque performance art since the beginning. Someone basically says that he's like always had the discipline to not gain weight and lose weight. I guess is what they're saying, that like he always had the discipline, so it wasn't like he was out of control. He was massively in control of gaining weight and then massively in control of losing weight. I don't know if I believe that. I don't know. Also, I think there's something about like weight gain isn't just a discipline issue. It's also a genetics issue and an upbringing issue. And so I don't know how much that plays into this whole thing. Nikocado Avocado is a psychological horror to me. He's been saying it's an experiment from the start, but the way he dropped all his morals of being vegan, put on this act for years, and then secretly lost it all for a gotcha moment. I'm scared of him and his dedication. Yeah, this is scary. And he was vegan and like slim and played the violin before this blow up, and then he literally started eating like spicy noodles every day, gained all this weight, and then now was just like, I'm back. It is actually quite scary. I think people like that, like, it's impressive, but it's definitely scary. There's something quite like icky, like, you know what I mean? Like, you just feel this like, whoa, like, I don't know how you can do that and have it all be so planned out. But anyway, that's basically the whole Nikocado Avocado situation. Let me know what you guys think about any of it. Subscribe to the like one for engagement. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.